Society conditions us with a very specific, aggressive rulebook. Never quit, grind through every obstacle, and above all, protect your reputation. But that rigid obsession with pushing through everything is exactly why so many of us hit a mental wall. It drives deep burnout, keeps us stuck in toxic relationships, and eventually stalls our actual progress in life. To see what happens when this mindset breaks down, look at the intense expression in this photograph of Cristiano Ronaldo. Expect someone with this elite level of drive to overcome anything. Or look at this image of Virat Kohli, perfectly capturing the absolute dedication required to sit at the absolute peak of human capability. History gives us a perfect equivalent to these modern icons. Arjuna from the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata. He was the ultimate warrior, a man whose raw talent and concentration were totally unmatched. Yet, right before the biggest battle of his life, Arjuna suffered a complete mental breakdown. His raw physical skills couldn't save him because his judgment was clouded by his personal attachments and his ego. It shows us that raw talent and a relentless grind mentality, without clear, objective thinking, will inevitably paralyze you when the stakes are highest. To break out of this paralysis, Arjuna turned to his peer and mentor, Lord Krishna, for guidance on dharma, the ancient concept of duty and justice. But here we hit a massive historical paradox. Krishna is widely celebrated as the ultimate teacher of duty and courage. Yet history also remembers him by a highly derogatory title, Ranchod, which literally translates to the man who fled the battlefield. Why would the most revered ancient symbol of responsibility also be famous for quitting? The answer suggests that fulfilling our true obligations might require ignoring society's rules about pride entirely and learning exactly when it's right to walk away from a fight. This diagram visualizes Krishna's core mindset, yogastha buddhi, the objective intellect. Adapting to pressures, this intellect dictates decisions based entirely on sustenance, doing what's required to keep your progress alive, rather than reacting to fear, anger, or public opinion. We see this clearly in the Mathura case study. His home city of Mathura faced relentless, repeated military attacks from a powerful, invading neighboring king named Jarasandha. Krishna and his forces successfully defeated the invaders every single time, but he recognized a harsh reality. A society locked in a permanent state of war cannot progress materially or spiritually. Instead of fighting endless battles, he made a shocking decision. He packed up his entire community and abandoned Mathura to build a new city, Dwarka. This underwater photograph of a circular stone artifact on the seabed provides physical archaeological grounding for the city's historical existence. He accepted the label Rankad, the coward who ran, because protecting his people's future mattered more than his reputation. Sacrificing your ego and enduring public criticism to ensure the survival and growth of your community is the highest practical application of objective intellect. This brings us back to Arjuna and the build-up to the great Mahabharata war. Both Arjuna and his rival, Duryodhana, were actively seeking military alliances. When they approached Krishna, he offered them a stark choice. They could either have his massive, undefeated army, or they could have him, completely unarmed and refusing to fight. Duryodhana eagerly took the military power. Arjuna, however, chose the unarmed mentor. This ancient Sanskrit manuscript records exactly what happened next. Right on the battlefield, Arjuna completely surrenders his ego, declaring himself Krishna's disciple. Through their rigorous dialogue, he recognized his talent was useless unless he submitted to a higher, objective intellect. Achieving a massive mental breakthrough requires the absolute humility to seek out an unbiased mentor and actually listen to them. So we need to redefine what dharma actually looks like today. Duty is not about rigidly fighting every single battle just to prove your worth or protect your ego. True duty is about sustaining your personal system. That means prioritizing your mental health, securing your family's peace, or ensuring your team's long-term success above all else. If a job is relentlessly toxic and actively destroying your progress, walking away is not cowardice. It is the strategic, intentional execution of yogastha buddhi. The same applies to your personal life. Walking away from a pointless internet argument or leaving a bad relationship might bruise your pride for a moment, but it protects your long-term peace. Genuine spiritual and personal growth doesn't mean you become immune to the world's problems. It means you completely change how you choose to engage with them. True mastery comes down to 3 things: developing the humility to drop your ego, the intellect to know which battles actually matter, and the courage to walk away so you can build your own Dwarka.